This is Tyler and Colby Lewis here with Phenon Hoops. Today we're going to talk to you about the 4A state championship. Colby, kind of take us in, give us a little preview.
Yeah, so 4A, everybody's looking forward to it. Weddington, undefeated on the season. They're the defending 3A state champions. They moved up this year to 4A. They've been on a roll, and they knocked off two incredible opponents in Chambers and North Meck, and come from behind wins in the last minute each game. They're taking on 23-7 Panther Creek, who has all year has just been one of the best teams in that Raleigh area. They've had a really tough schedule playing in their conference alongside teams like Apex Friendship and Holly Springs. And they've been on a roll here in the postseason, knocking off the overall #1 seed in New Hanover. And then they took on Apex Friendship, knocked them off. They beat Millbrook, and then they beat Cleveland in the Final Four to earn a state championship berth. Coach Robinson's done an unbelievable job there this year of getting those guys to buy in, play together as a team, and they have a lot of different guys who can make plays and beat you. It's going to be a really exciting game. Obviously, we know a whole lot about Weddington. They've been a staple the last 2 years, and just how dominant they've been all year with guys like Chase Lowe, Kyle Frazier, AJ Cook, and Evan Morton. And they've been playing together for a really long time, whether it's travel ball. They've been probably playing together since elementary school. So it definitely, that goes a long way in just their team chemistry and what they're able to do on the court.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they're 48-0 in the past 2 seasons. So they're looking for one more to go 49-0, to go back-to-back state championships. For them to win the 3A state championship last year and then move up a division and win it, and if they could win it again this year, that would be incredible. Yeah. Gary Ellington needs to get a lot of credit for the job, and his staff needs to get a lot of credit for the job that they do. They do a phenomenal job. They play the game the right way. They're very fun to watch because they don't have like a really like one superstar. Like Chase Lowe is really freaking good, and he's a leader. He's a winner, but they don't have like one superstar. They just play so well together. They're like all 5 of them out there have like such high basketball IQs, and they move the basketball. It's really, really fun to watch, and they're tough as nails. Yeah. And they got shooters. And, shooting wins you ball games. And obviously it's won them 48 straight ball games. Yep. And they don't get rattled. And they could have easily folded versus Chambers. They could have folded first round of the playoffs, winning in overtime to Olympic.
Yeah.
They've had some, survive in advance, right? That's what it's all about. And they've done that, beating Olympic, Mooresville, Cox Mill, Chambers, North Meck to get there. And then obviously Panther Creek, you mentioned it earlier. Coach Robinson done a phenomenal job with that group. And, they beat some really, really good teams. And, that is really like the Cinderella team right now. Like they're playing a team that's 48-0. They haven't lost in 2 years, and they have a chance to be the Cinderella team to knock them off. Yeah. So it's going to be a fun matchup at the Dean Dome at 7:30 p.m. that night. It's going to be really fun, with they have a junior leading the way in Amari Odom, who's averaging close to 12 points a game and 5 assists. And then the senior leader in Jordan Snell also averaging double figures around 11. So it's going to be really, really fun.
And they also have they're really balanced the way they play. Tyler Thompson, the junior forward, he's so athletic. He rebounds the ball. He plays so hard. He can do a lot of different things for him. And that'll be interesting to see how, Weddington matches up with him. And then you also have James Daly in the post, who, long. He's able to score over his shoulder and get to that hook shot. And he's averaging, both of them, Tyler and James, are both averaging, just under 10 points a game. James leads the team in rebounds with over 6. And then you also have other guards that come off the bench. You have Chris Ueo, a sophomore guard. He was phenomenal in their quarterfinal win against Millbrook. At Millbrook, actually finished with 18 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He was really tough. He just made a living getting into the paint. Every time the game was close with Millbrook, he just found a way to create off the bounce and get into the paint, make plays, and score the basketball. He was really good. And I think just their bounce and what they've been able to do. You lose a guy last year, a senior leader like Dalen Berry at Charlotte. He was the leading scorer. He did so much for this team. A guy like that graduates, it's the next man up who's going to step up and make a name for themselves. And And Amari Odom's definitely done that, right? He's a dual sport athlete. He's also a tremendous quarterback, but he's also the quarterback of this squad, right? His ability to make plays, he sees the floor, he rebounds the ball. He does so many different things out there on the court. And especially with his size at that point guard position, makes him a really tough cover. So I'm really excited about that matchup between him and Chase Lowe. It's going to be really fun. But I know you mentioned Weddington's resilience, and both of these teams do. I mean, they've both won really close games in the playoffs. Panther Creek, they opening round win against Cardinal Gibbons by 10. Then they go on and beat New Hanover by 5. Then they play conference foe, Apex Friendship, who actually won their regular season in their league. They beat them by 4 in the playoffs. And then they go to Millbrook on the road and beat them by 3. And then you take on a team like Cleveland in the regional final, who's full of upperclassmen, senior, they're a veteran squad, and they were able to beat them. They handed it to them. They went on a big run there in the second half. So they're playing good basketball at the right time.
Really good basketball at the right time. And that's key with anything, especially in the state playoffs. Like, it's win or go home, and normally the team that's hot and playing well at the right time is going to come away with the victory. And that's really impressive to win all those games on the road too. And this shows you like how resilient and how tough they are, like strong-minded people to go on the road in tough environments and come out with victories. It shows you first off, it shows you what a great leader Coach Robinson is, because it all starts with him, and then obviously the players too. But I'm excited. It's going to be a really fun matchup. It's going to be a great game. It's the last game on the schedule for the day, 7:30 p.m. tip, playing in one of the best arenas in the world, in my opinion. So it's going to be really, really fun matchup.
Well, there you have it. 7:30, like Tyler said, Saturday, 7:30 at Smith Center. Weddington takes on Panther Creek for the 4A NCHSAA State Championship.